Welcome everyone to yet another enriching session of experience sharing from Guru Leela Volume 4. Witnessing the Grand Tradition, Elham, USA, February 2021. In this beautiful sharing, Elham describes her journey to Serbia from her Acharya training and the events that unfolded. It was a journey of courage, faith, conviction, and transformation. Elam witnessed how beautifully the masters of the tradition worked in various instances during this time and how she became the channel to experience and express the divine. I surrender all my thoughts, words, and actions at the feet of my Guru Mohanji. Our limited mind cannot comprehend the greatness of the Guru. I am so blessed to experience and to be witness to Mohanji's greatness. I am also so grateful for everything that He has done for me, that I am aware or I am not aware. Since He is always working silently and so humbly, I am always at His feet. This experience is about what happened in Serbia, Acharya Training Level 1, October 2019. But there are some stories before that, which, if not told, then this experience sharing will not be complete. In August 2019, there was a trip to Kailash with Mohanji. My husband Farshad and I wanted to go, and we prepared for everything. We paid, purchased whatever needed to be bought, and everything was ready. But a few weeks before the travel, the team informed us that they could not give us a visa to enter Tibet. It was so disappointing. Many different thoughts came. Maybe we were not eligible to go there, and many other doubts. The biggest disappointment for me was that I felt that I need to do something in my life for more than a year, but I did not know what it was. So I thought if I go to Kailash, I will find my answer there. When the trip was cancelled, it brought me so much disappointment and I felt my confusion could not be cleared. When Acharya training was announced, my husband Farshad and I decided to go through the interview. Some issue happened with his interview and I chose not to go even though I was approved and had a deep urge to go. I felt I should stand by him. I made up my mind and sat at my altar where I had Mohanji's photo and the Guru Parampara picture. And I prayed to them intensely. I honestly told them that I would really like to go, but this situation was not in my hands. This is in your hands. If you would like me to go, please do something. Tears were coming without any control. I surrendered my wish to Guru Mandala and had full faith that they will hear me. If I am supposed to go, I will go. The next morning when I woke up, I saw a message from Devi Mohan asking me why I wasn't going to the Acharya training in Serbia. I wondered how fast Guru Mandala works, how fast is Mohanji, how kind and compassionate they are. Farshad had to go through the interview again, and just 3 days before it, I had a dream. I saw Farshad and I had gone to the Acharya training in Serbia, and the first person we met was Devi. Devi came to receive us with a beautiful smile, hugged me, and said, I told you Farshad would be approved. Devi told me these exact words 3 times in person during our training, exactly as in my dream. I would like to mention another dream about my mom who passed away 13 years ago and had never met Mohanji or heard about him. I must say that since I met Mohanji, I had a deep wish that if my mom was alive, I could have introduced her to Mohanji and she could have got connected to Mohanji and received his blessings. But she is no more. I started seeing dreams with my mom attending Mohanji's satsangs and retreats. She took notes and even served Mohanji. In Kumbh Mela 2019, when I met Mohanji, I asked him about these dreams. He said it is real. Yes, I am working 20% on this plane and 80% in the other dimensions. And when I leave my body, I will do even more. You will see that when I saw that my mom was in this Acharya training in my dream, it was mind-blowing. Finally, Farshad got approved for Acharya training and we were getting ready to go there in 3 weeks. About a week before going to the training, I had another dream. I was seeing myself lying down on the bed, fast asleep. I felt Mohanji come next to the bed and heard him say, Elam, wake up. And he held my hand. I saw his face with his sweetest smile looking at me. I woke up from the dream feeling his energy, very fresh and strong. I started to think about what he meant by wake up. I realized that it might be waking up from ignorance. I definitely have ignorance and he's telling me this to wake up from it. We arrived in Serbia for the training. It was a very powerful and extraordinary event in my life. Every day, Mohanji was making a lot of transformation in each person, removing karmas in any way possible with so much love and care. I felt that we were out of this world, somewhere up in the sky. Every morning we would wake up early around 4:30 a.m. to take a shower and get ready. After completing yoga, consciousness kriya and aarti, the training would start. Mohanji gave us so much knowledge and wisdom. It was so intense and powerful that I could not explain it in words. The aartis were extremely powerful. It was as if divine energies were being showered on us. From the first day, I felt that I should completely surrender to Mohanji. My limited mind and ego don't let me see the truth. But he is the one that sees the truth, and I have full trust and faith in him. I started practicing this from the first day since I arrived there. Challenges were coming every day, every hour, but I tried to keep surrendering. He removed a lot of stuff from my throat, at least in this lifetime. I had a long history of throat issues that I am aware of. As with me, Mohanji worked intensely on each person. With each glance, he removed huge blockages. Each glance was like a vast sacred fire that was burning our karmas forever. I wondered if I understood how much grace and blessings I was receiving at each moment. I realized that I had yearned for this for years, probably many lifetimes. For the last day of the training, Mohanji gave us an assignment to speak and conduct something close to our heart. This was to be in front of him and all the others. I decided to talk about what I went through when I lost my mom, how disappointed I was, and how Mohanji filled up that hole in my heart, taking away any suicidal thoughts. He was giving me what I was looking for, and I was deeply grateful. After the presentation, I felt so much lighter, like my energy channels were wider and emptier. Then Mohanji intensified the presentation. Soon everyone started opening up and spoke from their hearts about pains and incidents they had never talked about with anyone. I felt that Mohanji was removing all agonies, pains and tears from everyone and filling us with love and light. We all felt lighter and lighter, full of brightness. The presentations continued late into the night, and even by 9 p.m. there were still people who had not presented yet. At one point, Tara, known before as Lisa, stood up and started speaking from a pure heart. She said she could see Jahangir Baba, her first guru, and all the Guru Mandala, and all the masters were there. She prayed to Mohanji to give us all more bhakti to serve him. Tears were flowing from her eyes. I just closed my eyes and listened in surrender. I felt so much love energy in my heart and kept praying within. A spontaneous prayer kept repeating in my heart, "Only you exist in me. Let nothing else exist in me." After some time, Mohanji said, "Yes, it's correct. The Guru Mandala is here." Then, responding to her prayer and to all the prayers going on in the hearts of everyone at that moment, he said 3 times, "Tathastu," which means "as you wish, so be it." I felt that this was a confirmation to the prayer that was going on in my heart. Then I felt some movements in my body. I had been experiencing this before consciousness kriya, especially in the head. This time my head was going to be very back, an intense feeling lasting so much longer. It was like something was opening up. I was completely surrendered without even the smallest concern. I was 100% sure that Mohanji was completely aware of what was going on and that I was in safe hands. When I stayed in that position for so long, people around me thought maybe I had some issue or perhaps I was in a deep sleep. They tried to wake me up and they tried to move my hand, which was painful because the body control was not in my hands at all. I could only be a witness to what was happening. Then I had to call Mohanji. I felt that he rushed to me as some people moved me to Zoran's kinesiology table to lie down. Soon I felt Mohanji next to me. He briefly touched my throat with his thumb and index finger. A small touch but very powerful, after which he went back to his seat to continue the program. With Mohanji's touch, I felt something huge had been removed from my throat. The stuck energy started rushing into my body like water flowing when the gate of a dam is open. I later found out that the thyroid issue I had been suffering with for 22 years was miraculously healed by his single powerful touch from Mohanji. Many different movements were happening in the body. I was completely aware of whatever was happening around me, but I could not respond. Friends were trying to help by giving me my repressing energy points and being there for me. At one point, I felt someone standing next to me on my left side. Although I was aware nobody was there, I felt someone holding my hand and cuddling me. I wondered who it was, and the answer came, "It's your mom." I felt her love. It was undeniable, obvious. Then I felt a real connection had happened and I could communicate with her. She even hugged me. She told me how much she loves me, how much she is satisfied with me as a child, and that I did everything for her that I could. Tears were flowing. This was one of my deepest wishes, to experience my mom one more time, because I hadn't said a proper goodbye to her. I also had a huge guilt, thinking I had not done enough for her. I should have done more. She hugged me and said that Mohanji had liberated her, but she has a job to do. Then she said goodbye and left. After this beautiful moment, I felt much lighter. I had the heaviness of guilt for many years left, and there was just peace and love. I was so grateful to Mohanji for his endless love, which even extends to our families. I continued to lie down on the table but experienced different movements and breathing, as if in yoga and pranayama. When the program was over, past midnight, Mohanji came next to the table as he was leaving the hall. My eyes were closed, but I felt him next to me. He pressed my arm gently and said, "Elam, wake up." These were the exact words that I heard him speak in my dream. Suddenly, my body movement subsided, and I could open my eyes. As soon as I opened my eyes, I saw his face with such a sweet smile, same as I had seen in my dream. I said, "Thank you." He knew what I am talking about. I tried to touch his feet. I did not know any other way to show my gratitude at that moment. And then he said, "Get rest." He told Farshad she's fine. I had never experienced such peacefulness inside me, so much love in my heart for everyone. I had a smile on my face and felt like giving blessings and kisses to everyone there. My eyes were closed and could not open them. I was soaking in this beautiful and blessed state, not aware of time, not the past, not the future. It was only bliss, love, and peace. Gradually, I felt that I could sit up, and maybe after that we could leave the room. By this time, not many people were in the hall, just a few of us, and probably 2 or 3 people cleaning the hall for the next morning. Suddenly, my hands turned to the praying position near my heart center, and then to the blessing giving position. This happened frequently. My hands would go to my heart center, I would bow down, and then again to the blessing position. Suddenly, these words came out of my mouth: "Farshad, come here." When he came in front of me, my hands went on his shoulders, and while holding him, I felt a blessing was happening. Then another name came through me. I said, "Sonia, you are here." She replied, "Yes." It was Sonia Gandhi. When she came in front of me, the same thing happened. My hands went to her shoulders, and these words came out: "You are dear, you are loved." Gradually, more people came into the hall. Some tried to touch my feet. The words came out: "Don't touch." When people tried to touch my feet, it was painful. What was happening? Initially, I was a little confused. Could this be my mind's imagination? Then I started to understand that the masters were talking through me. The words were coming internally and were pushing to come out from the mouth. In the beginning, I was little resistant, thinking it was my mind. Then the orders became sharper. It was like someone knocking at the door to come in. At that point, I let it happen. I understand that this was not the play of the mind. I felt that Mohanji was also there, talking to me. Hence, I remained in the blessing position. Masters were blessing everyone there. I was not able to differentiate them individually. They were all like a river flowing, united as one. Now I could understand Mohanji's words when he says, "All masters are one, they are one and integrated." I could feel some higher beings there as well. My body was automatically expressing gratitude and respect to them. When my head was down, although my eyes were closed, I had a beautiful vision of Shirdi Sai Baba's legs with his white robe instead of mine. I could never have dreamt it. What a huge blessing. Another command came: "Call Lisa fast." When she arrived, words flowed. "Come and sit." She wanted to touch the feet. "Don't touch," was the command. "You asked for bhakti, take it. This is bhakti." Words flowed. Then I felt powerful and thick energy flowing from my hands to her. It took some time until all this energy was transferred. Then people there asked if they can do arti. The answer came no. And again blessing, blessing, and blessing. People asked if they could call the others. Command came: "Fast, we don't have time." More people came, and again blessings. Command came: "Do you want a blessing?" People responded yes, but the command was someone who came late and was standing at the door. Words came. Who came? People said. That's Dragon. Come and sit, was the command. Dragon wanted to touch the feet. Don't touch, was the answer again. He got blessings. You are loved. Final words came. All the masters are here. Sai Baba, Babaji, Lord Datta. Everything has been delivered. You are loved. We are so grateful to Baba Mohan. We are very happy. Thank you, Baba Mohan. Again, blessings. Meanwhile, these words came twice. Someone has doubt. At that time, the masters were talking internally and answering my questions too, which I will share another time. Then they said they were leaving. Bow down. I bowed down. Everybody bowed down. Very gradually and slowly, I was coming out of that state, but the essence was there. It was not possible to open my eyes easily, to talk, or even to look in the mirror at myself. All the movements were so slow, like conscious walking. The spine was deciding the speed of walking, not me. I understood how many gifts, grace, and blessings Mohanji has given us with different techniques. I was still so light, full of love and silence. It was not easy to communicate with the world outside. I could not feel the body. Later on, I understood what had happened in those few hours. From 10 p.m. through to 3:30 a.m. the next morning, I felt a huge urge to go and meet Mohanji. When I entered his room, there were a few people there, and he was having his breakfast. I offered pranams at his feet. I put my forehead, my third eye on his big toe, on the right foot, and started to thank him and express my gratitude to him, praying to him to please take away my ego and mind. Then I felt a flow of energy like electricity, like a spark from his big toe to my third eye and then to the whole body. It was a continuous flow of energy, and after some time, this energy slowly stopped. Mohanji asked Barbara to help me sit up. Farshad and I hadn't eaten breakfast in the morning. Though my stomach was empty, I did not feel any hunger. When I sat up, Mohanji had finished the food on his plate and then asked to fill the plate again. He ate that and again he asked to fill up the plate one more time. When he was eating, I felt that my stomach was getting filled. I had heard earlier that Mohanji does not eat for himself, he eats for others. Now I understood that. I was feeling full, my hunger was being satisfied while Mohanji was eating. I told him, I am so grateful to you, thank you. Mohanji asked me, what else? I thanked him for bringing my mom there and liberating her. Mohanji said, without her coming, this would not have been completed. He added, you know, many lifetimes have been deleted. In the end, he looked in my eyes deeply and told me, don't forget what we said, shine bright. I felt that all masters, the whole Guru Leela was in his eyes. I was in so much joy. I was not on earth. I could not feel any heaviness. I could not feel the body. It was only bliss, grace and blessing. Then the final session happened. Mohanji called me to share what had happened last night. He said, the tradition is not dependent on us, including me. It flows like a river. This was exactly what I had experienced the previous night. Finally, we received our Acharya Mala with Mohanji's pendant and certificate from him. We got his blessings and took many pictures with together. Then Farshad and I went to him to say goodbye. He asked us how we were returning to the USA and wished us a safe journey. For me, it meant no issues what would happen on our long haul flight to the USA. When we arrived at the airport, the lady who was behind the counter, after she's done everything, said, have a blessed day. It was the first time I heard such words from someone in an airport. Finally, we safely arrived home with immense grace and blessings, which I will cherish for the rest of my life. I know Mohanji is with each one of us. Guru Mandala is with each one of us in each moment. We just need to be aware of it. As Mohanji says, we need to open the window and let the sunshine come in. I surrender my soul, mind, ego, intellect, this incarnation, the previous incarnations and the future incarnations at the lotus feet of my Guru and Father, Mohanji. I always remain at his feet. Jai Mohanji. Thank you everyone. This was really intense. Thank you and sorry for any of the words mispronounced. Thank you so much.